During spring of 2018, at Ivano-Frankivsk Medical University in Ukraine, an event occurred that quietly set out to change the world.
God put together a team of 16 people, and we sat in a room with 125 plus medical students from 22 different countries, and we got to present Making a Great Physician, the Christ Factor.
This medical conference, centered on the love and compassion of Christ, took place at a school with a uniquely large group of international students.
There are a fair number of students, a large number of students from the surrounding areas, all over the continent of Africa and Asia. So there are really, I guess about 6,000 students in their program there in the medical school, dental school, pharmacy school, coming from a wide variety of backgrounds, both educational and academic and national and religious background.
God planted the seed for this 5-day event in the heart of Help Motherland International. This Ghana-based non-governmental group fosters a Christian-focused, holistic approach to improve the quality of life in the developing countries of its students. Its executive director is a medical student simply known as Emmanuel.
I remember distinctly when Emmanuel came up with the idea of wanting to have a medical conference. It was quite overwhelming to think about all the logistics. Yet Emmanuel had already done his planning.
You know, when we started talking about doing this medical conference, my first thoughts were, number one, I don't have a thing to worry about because it's not going to happen.
Along the way, I threw out every organizational obstacle I could think of. Probably in a confessional kind of way, I tried to kind of not make this happen. And each step along the way, the people with HMI jumped all the organizational hurdles, and it was obvious that God had a plan for this.
With a love for people and unshakable faith in God, the leadership team of Help Motherland International constructed a conference that would involve students from over 20 countries.
The degree of support and the degree of organization by the students there was outstanding.
Even though there were a lot of people from different cultures and religions, I did not feel any tension at all. I feel like we were all there for the same reasons and the same purpose with the same goal, is to become the best physician we can possibly be.
We basically did what they had organized and they had designed.
The next step, to organize a team of amazing individuals who would give their time and professional talent to the conference.
God put 16 people together who didn't know each other, but then they ended up working together as a tremendous team.
There were different avenues there of people, but we all came together remarkably like we had worked together.
On this trip, I worked in a master class alongside another nurse, Suzanne, and we taught IV starts and injections, sub-Q, intradermal, intramuscular.
What they can look for, their landmarks, and injections.
And we taught them just basically how to start it, how to maintain IVs, different injection sites.
I went with the HMI Team America in 2018 and worked with the medical students of really all different levels and sort of provided some overview of sort of what surgery is like, the practice of surgery in general and neurosurgery in particular.
Even those on the team who were not doctors or nurses had profound contributions to make to the international students.
A lot of the students will have to go back and lobby for changes in laws, for improved conditions, improved funding and all. So I was asked to speak on diplomacy and the role of diplomacy in the medical community.
I went over not expecting to be able to provide a lot because this was a medical conference. I'm a dentist. I've been a dentist for 43 years, but I did not know the effect that these students would have on me.
And that effect was and continues to be life-changing.
The thing that strikes me the most about that experience is the opportunity to participate in sort of the grand arc of human history of people that have actually seen their fellow man suffering and has been moved by it and wants to help them.
There are not enough words for me to tell you the impact this had on many of the team members, myself, the students. It was humbling to see God put this together.
Those doctors, students, had us over for a dinner a few days after we were there, just to thank us for coming our distance and to do what we were doing. And that gathering was woo, powerful.
Once their medical education is completed, these students, whether Christian, Buddhist, Muslim, or otherwise, will return to their homeland for the purpose of serving God by serving others.
When you know why you want to be a physician and you're trying to be a vessel for God's love, that just makes you a better physician in general, because you're showing you're showing love. You're truly caring. You're not only taking care of the patient because that's your job, but you really want to care for them and help them.
The first Helping Motherland International Medical Conference was a success for all concerned. Even now, the next conference at Ivano-Frankivsk Medical University is being planned, and we need your help to make it happen.
First of all, we need people to go that are willing to teach. Second thing we need is the supplies to help us teach those students, whether that be additional IV arms, whether that be suture, no matter what that happens to be, we need those supplies to get over into Ukraine so we can teach. The third things we need is the financial help to provide this seminar on an ongoing basis. Whether the funds be from an individual, a church congregation, a civic organization, your company with matching funds, whatever it might be, we do need the funds so that we can make this seminar an ongoing process so that we can continue to help the students in Ivano-Frankivsk.
This is the work of Christ on its most human level. Please contact us. Let us know how you can be a part of the next HMI International Medical Conference.
You know, I'm a Christian, and so I have a view that the hand of God works among men.
He was within, I mean, in and out of everything.
I met 200 young people on fire for knowledge, on fire to help their motherland, to go back to their countries and help their people.
The ability to share God through our profession is at the core of what this trip is all about.